What you are about to see was real life. Fauci and Mayor Bowser were knocking on doors like block captains, pushing jabs like they moving weight. If you thought this was about health, you haven't been paying attention. Check this out.
People in America are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now. So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time. It takes years to create vaccination.
Well, it used to take years.
Okay, it used to.
You know how many years were invested in this approach? About 20 years of science to get us to be able to do it.
20 years is not enough. And 9 months is definitely not enough for nobody to be taking no vaccination that you all came up with.
The only reason I'm talking to you right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
Right.
But if it allows thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in this country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And not
it's
like
much
the
more
flu.
serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually, too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none, but the previous year, about 20 to 30,000. You know how many people have died from COVID-19 in the United States? 600,000 Americans.
The number that you all giving that died, that's once again, that's you all's number.
You gonna pass?
Yeah, definitely. Because when you start talking about paying people to get vaccinated, when you start talking about incentivizing things to get people vaccinated, there's something else going on with that. Something else going on.
It is something going on.
There's something else.
You're right. But I'm glad millions of people like me and most everybody here didn't get an incentive. You know what their incentive was? Protecting their health and protecting the city. But I won't keep you anymore.
It's okay, because my incentive, y'all campaign is about fear. It's about inciting fear in people. You all attack people with fear. That's what this pandemic is. It's a fear. It's fear, this pandemic. That's all it is.
Now you see what it really was. No science involved, just straight up pressure tactics. If you want more, get the Fauci files. Fauci's dirty secrets exposed. Straight truth, no sugarcoat. The link's in the description.
Groves Police Department can't walk while black in Groves. Groves Police Department can't walk while black in Groves.
Is this a case of walking while black?
Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it.
Groves Police Department can't walk while black in Groves. Groves Police Department can't walk while black in Groves. Can't walk being black in Groves. What's your name and badge number? Jackson 51, can't walk while black in Groves. What's your badge number and your name? Officer Solis, can't walk by being black in Groves. Can't walk being black in Groves.
Here it is. That's the violation.
Can't walk while being black in Groves.
That is not true. I'm showing you the traffic
Can't
violation.
walk while being black in Groves.
She was not walking on this side of the road.
What does it matter?
It's a traffic violation.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's in the traffic code. I'm showing you,
It's
sir.
not a traffic violation.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Can't walk while being black in Groves. They don't like like black people in groves. Are you detained? Oh, she's detained for being black and walking in groves.
She was walking on the wrong side of the road. We're trying to tell you that.
Walking while black in groves.
What's good, family? You're tuned in to What's the 411 News, and I'm your anchor, Shanice, here to break it all the way down in an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's jump into this eye-opening story out of Texas that's stirring up a major convo across the country. A video that's now gone viral is putting the small city of Groves, Texas, under the microscope. On April 2nd, a black woman named Akia Towns was detained for simply walking on the wrong side of the street while searching for her missing dog. The kicker, her white husband, Brad Towns, who was walking right beside her, wasn't stopped, wasn't questioned, wasn't even looked at sideways. 2 officers rolled up, both with hands on their holsters. Akia said she felt threatened from the jump. Instead of asking what was going on, they demanded her ID. Moments later, she was told she was being detained. Meanwhile, Brad stood there untouched, telling officers, "This is ridiculous." And yeah, it absolutely looked like it was. Things got even heavier. Backup was called. 4 officers ended up on the scene, 2 of them still trainees. And after all that, Akia got slapped with a ticket for violating a Texas law that says if there's no sidewalk, pedestrians must walk facing traffic. Let's be clear though, this was a residential street, no sidewalks, just a couple out searching for their lost dog. Akia told local news station, "It was just an excessive use of power. They could have said, 'Ma'am, what's going on?' But instead they threatened me and my husband with jail time." Brad added, "They saw an easy target, someone they thought nobody would come defend." Now the Groves PD tried to do some damage control. They said since January 2023, 8 tickets have been given out for that same offense. 5 to white folks, 2 to Asians, and 1 to a black person. But that stat don't erase what folks saw in that video. Marshal Chris Robin claims the department doesn't tolerate racism and wants to avoid minor incidents turning major. But the community's not buying it. The towns have lawyered up. Their attorney, Langston Adams, isn't mincing words. It's not about whether she broke the law. It's about how that law gets enforced. This is selective enforcement and racial profiling. If this wasn't racial, why didn't Brad get ticketed too? Adams says the cops used a minor traffic law as a pretext to stop Akia. Now let me say this. This ain't just about one couple in Groves, Texas. This speaks to a much larger issue about the policing of black faces in public spaces. Whether you're walking, driving, or just existing, we're still seeing unequal treatment in 2025. If Brad didn't have the camera rolling, this could have gone way different. And y'all know what I'm talking about, but who knows if push came to shove, would Brad just watch while police gave his wife a fade? Or would he have given police the zaddy clap back? We will probably never know. But one thing bothers me, why did Brad just film instead of jump in there for this black woman? This is why, well, I'm going to leave that one alone. We'll keep our eyes on how this case unfolds and if that ticket gets tossed. But here's the 411. Accountability ain't optional, and equal treatment under the law, that's non-negotiable. Stay woke, stay sharp. Stay tuned. I'm Shanice, and this is What's the 411 News. See y'all on the next one. Peace.
Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective.